down, comb through, so you can move on to the next thing. Well, this is your next thing. You don't have to add another product. In other words, this is like a 3-in-1. It's a cocktail. You can use it as a deep conditioner. Do you have a steamer? You can steam it in. Once you steam it in, you gently rinse. I say do not rinse out thoroughly. A lot of times you'll read on the back of the bottle, rinse thoroughly. What are you really doing? You're wasting product, man. You're wasting product. You come to the salon, anybody who comes to my salon, raise your hand. Everybody knows that when I finish combing your hair out from that sink, your hair is detained. From the sink. Why? Because I comb the conditioner through before I treat it and after. You know, I comb your hair like 3 times. I'm like, damn, how many times is she gonna comb my hair? She done combed my hair 3 times. I comb it the first time to detangle it without any product. I just use my cocktail, and my cocktail will have a little bit of this thing. Then I would wash and condition it, and then I would apply either a mask or my leave-in. I will comb it again. Then before I rinse you out, let you stay in there for 30 minutes. I might steam it. I might put you under the dry heat, depending on your budget. Depending on your budget.
Work with us now.
I work with y'all. Depending on your budget. Then I go back in and I comb it again. Now, why would I comb it the 3rd time? Why is it important for us to do that? What happens to the hair when heat is added to it? The cuticles lifted up. It swells up. I want to be able to take that comb and kind of smooth that down. And then I'm going to give you like a slightly cool rinse. Why am I rinsing it cool? Close the cuticle, shut it down, seal the moisture in, and I'm going to rinse it lightly. I'm going to leave just a little bit in. And you know it's just a little bit because you'll start to see the bubbles get lighter and lighter in the bowl. And once you see that last little bubble, you're like, okay, that's it. Leave a little bit in. You know you left too much in if it looks white. Yes. If it looks white, you say, oh, it's a little too slippery, it's a little too much. You don't want it to be slimy, you just want it to have a little slip when you rinse it out. I'm telling you, do not rinse out all of this product. Do not do it. If you need to, the next day, you can always add. I put this in daily. This is before I put in my smoothie or my souffle, because I like to do a smoothie souffle combo. I use this as my softener. Because let's say yesterday I put in my souffle in my smoothie and it's a little crunchy. Then I put this on top, and that's it. I don't have to do nothing else. So you don't have to keep adding smoothie and souffle when you have your leave-in. Everybody understand? Yes. With your hair texture, all you need is this. Yes.
That's my concern, like with my hair texture. I have locks, but my hair is very fine. And
Yes. You have to be careful with creams because locks do collect, and it creates a debris, and then the locks feel hard inside.
Right.
So you have to be careful with that. For me, this might be a little heavy. You might want to use it once every 3 months. Because it's really, really heavy for locks.
Okay.
Yes. Absolutely. She asked, can you use it in the summer? Absolutely. You can use it year round. However, for the winter time, because it's such a heavier product, this would be excellent. If you're going to use it in the summer, you might not use it as often because it's a heavier oil-based product. And you'll feel the slip the minute you put it on your skin. You'll feel the heavy oil to it, which is fine. If your hair needs heavy oil for this particular time, know your hair, give it what it needs. This is also part of the collections for color-treated hair. So for those women who have color-treated hair, and they don't want to diminish the color or reduce the color as every time you wash your hair, your color gets a little lighter. This will help to kind of seal in that a little bit more. And because it's an oil base and it has a heavy oil content in it with the shea butter as well, it'll reflect light. So you're going to get a brilliant sheen on top of that color. You're going to get an excellent kind of a slip to it, and then you won't have to do anything else with it. Anybody do co-washing? Yes. You can co-wash with this. Because of the peppermint, and peppermint is an antiseptic, you can use it as a co-wash. So instead of using your own shampoo, and you say, you know what, I just came from the gym, and I just want to freshen up my hair a little bit. I don't need to put shampoo in, blah, 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 blah. So then, you just wet it down, put your conditioner in, run it through, you'll start to feel the peppermint working, then you rinse it out. Again, don't rinse all of it out. How often can you co-wash? As often as you want. I say once a week. Because I know that every time you shampoo your hair, every time you wet your hair, what happens to the alkaline acid balance? What happens? It changes. And it takes 72 hours for that balance to come back. So by the time your balance comes back, you're washing it again. So it's this vicious cycle, and then you want to know, well, why is my hair not growing? Why is it breaking? So on and so. Yes, any more questions? Yes.
If you were going to use to style your hair, how would it dry?
How does it dry?
Does it dry like on a more like oily?
There's no hold. There's no hold. Unless you mix it with the souffle. If your edges are breaking because you do protective styles, I'm going to say one thing and one thing only. Stop the behavior. Stop the behavior.
Always be a new. Always
Stop it. You want your edges to grow back? I guarantee you, 85% of your edges will grow back if you just don't put any more braids in. Just wear your hair. Massage it. Keep it moist. No headbands. No hair ties. They look great. They look wonderful when you wrap your hair. I wrapped my hair for a whole summer. But at the end of that wrapping session, my whole hairline had disappeared. You might not have seen it right away. Even when you wear wigs, anybody wear a wig and just all of a sudden their hairline just disappeared and went like 3 inches back? Right. The hairline is really, really fragile. Somebody said back there, this is tight, this is something else, this is something else. Well, the hairline, as we know it, it has its own energy by itself. You have to kind of, I used to talk to my edges. I'm like, y'all coming in. I know that. Y'all come in, y'all. Honey, Right? I made the mistake of putting in extensions with synthetic hair. And I was allergic to the synthetic hair. And when I took out the braid, not only was my hair gone, but my skin got lighter. You ever had that problem? Bad. So I had to talk to my edges. I had to work them in because so I had to stop the behavior. Even when I locked my hair. When I had locks for 20 years, I had beautiful locks. But if I pulled them back too much, too often, the hairline is gone. So stop the behavior. For those women who like ponytails, who in here thinks a ponytail is really a style? I know you do. It's okay. It's a style as long as you don't wear it every day. You cannot brush your hair back, slick it back, pull that cuticle back, talk very tight, and think that you're going to have it. You ain't going to expose me to chemicals that I don't want to be exposed to. I do natural hair because I don't want to be exposed to the chemicals. That's as simple as that. And so my lifestyle is I'm not a purist, I'm a moderate. So sometimes I will use something that's I'll use things that are not natural, but I know for a fact certain chemicals cause cancer, cause brain damage, and so on and so forth. And in our community, that is rising more and more and more. So in order to reduce that option, I reduce my exposure to chemicals and to things that are adversely not healthy for me, and working in it for 30 years, and for you. So that's your option. My concern is that we talk to other people so that they understand that traction alopecia, in most cases, will grow back, but in a lot of cases it will not. A lot of cases. And I'm starting to see women with hairlines that are going further and further back. And they're pulling the ponytail back. The Latino sisters pull the ponytail back, but all of this is gone. So I just want you to, and you know what? The other thing is, how do you justify not being able to move your hair around because you have this balding? Like, how do you justify that? Like, and then, okay, so then let's talk about the other thing that's out there that we know is prevalent in our community, and that is the Dominican salon. Now, the Dominican salons, they're starting to do natural hair. They're starting to do natural hair. They are, a lot of them are, yeah, because they realize that there's a need. They charge extra money. Mommy, you know your hair, you need a purchase. It's okay, it's okay. Look, let's just call it like it is. Dominicans are from African descent.
They are.
Yes.
And a lot of them, right in time for Hispanic Heritage Month.
Exactly. They have been taught not to honor their hair because they're part of their culture has been to deny their African heritage. They were not allowed. They were not allowed. They would be shot and killed. One of the dictators that they had, he used to wear white powder on his face.
Yes.
Trujillo. Right. So generations and generations in the Dominican Republic. So do not blame the Dominicans. They too are like us. They too are like us. We just got here. They're where we were in the 40s. You understand? Self-discovery is a process. Self-care and self-love is a process. And so, when you go to the Dominicans, if you want to honor them in that way, as long as if you bring your products, they should be able to do your hair. But I suggest that you do that. Shea Moisture is accessible to all. You can bring your products there, have them use the products that you bring, and make sure you get it back because you know they might do a size. You know, I had a client, I want to give you a story. I had a client, got her hair done naturally for years and years. She had beautiful hair like yours, thick, healthy, long. And so she went because she wanted to straighten it for whatever occasion it is. And so she went for a blow dry straightening. And they put a conditioner in her hair that was a texturizer. And they did not neutralize it because it was softener. So what happened to her hair?
So they didn't neutralize it.
They never neutralized it. So of course if you don't stop the action keeps going. And it over-processed and then her hair. Now, this is the thing. She's our complexion, but she's Cuban. So she understood the Spanish. She understood. And they were talking bad about her hair the whole time she was there. This hair is that. This hair is this. And I said to her, if you heard that, why would you? That's great. She just wanted her hair done. Yes.
A friend of mine at work, she went natural. She had a big, giant, gorgeous fro, like Karen. She went to get her hair blown out at the Dominican salon, which she had went through all her life when she was relaxed. Went to the same woman. Now that she's natural, the same woman looked at her hair like she had dog crap in it and refused to blow out her hair. The same Dominican woman that had been doing her hair for like 20 years.
She understands something. Her skill set. Everybody has a different skill set. Just because somebody can do hair doesn't mean they understand hair types and texture.
But even someone that was so loyal to her for all those years she was relaxing, told her to leave because she couldn't.
All she had to do was
relax is familiar. But let me tell you something. The reason why, do you think most hair salon people charge too much? The natural hair people, we charge too much. I really do. I charge a lot. I do.
How often do you go to a natural hair salon? So when you start and look at it, because I looked at it when my hair was long, turned long,
I went to the Dominicans every week, consistently. My hair was very healthy and long, and I got tired of every sitting under the dryer, 3 hours under the dryer, 2 hours under the dryer. But when you look at it, the amount of money that you spend every week, and you go to a natural hair salon, you don't go to them as much. So you wind up spending the same amount of money as if you had
And less time.
And less time.
I put people on a schedule. You got a 4 weeks, a 6 weeks, a 8 weeks, a 10 weeks. I'll see you in September. I'll see you in December. You said you see me in December? Yeah, I'll see you in December. In the meantime, you're gonna do this, 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 and this. And that's it. So I might see you 4 times out of the year. She might come in for a color. She might say, you know what, I need a color and a cut. It's very simple. However, you have to do some of it yourself. And that's the benefit of it. The benefit is, yeah, you're going to spend dollars at the top of the game, but in those 6 weeks period of time, if you break that down into 6 weeks, all you spent was $25. When you divide it up. So initially, when I say to somebody, I'm going to give you this, 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 and this, and it's going to cost you $125, you know, you have a blackout for a minute. You kind of go down a little bit. You're going to get a massage at the sink. You're going to get a steam treatment. It's going to be detangled. Your hair's going to feel like you can never do it yourself. The way you're going to do it, you can never do it.
And you're going to give them education.
And you're going to get education. You're going to get entertained. You might give a bottle of wine. It's going to be an experience. You're going to say, oh, that was interesting. That was a nice experience. You're not going to smell any chemicals. The minute you hit the door, you're not going to be assaulted with chemical smell. So these are the things that you're going to be looking for in a stylist. These are the things that a stylist should be able to offer you: conversation, engagement. You should be able to they should be able to answer your question. If a stylist cannot answer your question, she will say, you know what? You didn't answer my question.